Hey everyone, my name is Shalise, also known as Mommy Trader here on YouTube. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate all of you guys being here. So today we're going to be having like one of our little financial heart-to-heart. So today I'm going to be talking to you about our debt-free journey. So we are debt-free or consumer debt-free, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about, our journey and some of the things that we went through, and perhaps it can be inspiring to you because, sometimes it's good to kind of reflect and really kind of sit down and just talk about it. I'm all about having open money conversations because we need to have it. We need to kind of like break down this veil that's, over, the topic of money. It's a taboo topic, but it's something that impacts us every day. We all use it. We all need it. We all want it. And so it's important to like have the right mindset when it comes to it. And I'm going to really try not to edit this video, just like talk in the camera to you guys, just reflecting. Okay. And again, remember, and one of the first things I actually want to start off with is just remember that everybody starts somewhere. Most people that you see online, no, scrap that. Everybody starts somewhere with something, okay? Nobody just comes out of the womb and just kind of sees the light or just kind of is on top. Everybody struggles with something, okay? So mine was just debt, and it wasn't really so much debt, it was just shopping. So everybody has an addiction, right? Some people are addicted to food, some people are addicted to alcohol, some people are addicted to wanting attention, so they're in and out of relationships. And mine was shopping. It was a way that I felt good. Like when times were good, I wanted to shop. When times were bad, I wanted to shop. And now it's so easy because you can literally do it from your fingertips. Getting debt nowadays is so easy because it's easy to just, buy something. If you're thinking about it, we don't have to like get up and get dressed, get in the car and go to the store. We literally can roll over on the side of the bed, grab our phones, pull up an app and add something to the cart and check out. Not really having a moment to really process and think about what we are doing. And that is something that I did. So I mentioned before many times that we were in $75,000 of debt. A lot of that was student loans. So I graduated from college with a bachelor's degree, and I didn't have a whole lot of debt in like the grand scheme. I was about at like $33,000 average about of debt. I graduated in 2006, and I didn't have a whole lot of debt when you think of it in the grand scheme of things, but it wasn't something that I really thought about when I was applying to colleges. And here's the kicker. I had a full scholarship to like a state university, but somewhere in my mind, I decided to go to a private school because I thought that would be better. Well, I didn't get a full scholarship to a private school. I got a partial scholarship, and the school was like $50,000 a year in tuition. And if I could go back and like sit myself down and have a heart-to-heart and like, girl, if you get a full scholarship anywhere, I don't care if it's a community college, you go to that school because you can come out of school with no debt. And of course, I went into college thinking like, well, I'm going to come out making all this money. And that was not the case. Now, my husband and I made six figures together, but you go into college, you have this lofty idea, like I'm just going to come out making the big bucks, okay? And that's not true in a lot of instances. So now that you have all of this student loan debt, and you have a job that you're not making as much as you wanted to make, we have ran into some issues. But once we kind of saw the light and we realized that we can really knock this out, it's a big number, like, yeah, 33,000. But if you are a two-couple household who makes six figures and you have a budget, you can knock it out within like 2 to 3 years. And that's what we did as well. We also used opportunities where we got big chunks of money. So like tax refunds, bonuses, and I'll be honest with y'all, way back in the day, and even growing up, tax refund season was like second Christmas. Maybe I'm the only one that went through this. Let me know down below if you guys had the same experience growing up. Tax refund time was tax refund time, okay? And we just spent the money. We were shopping and eating and traveling. That was it. Shopping, eating, traveling for the most part. But when we had our like come to Jesus moment, we really just like set aside like $100, maybe $200 to do whatever we wanted to do. And the bulk of our tax refund went to paying off something or getting ahead. And that was a really, really big help in terms of getting us from like a whole bunch of debt to where we are now, which is first generation millionaires. And that's another important thing I want to touch on real quick is mindset. So I'm a big believer that, especially when it comes to shifting mindset, you really cannot do it unless you have something that, like a sick and tired moment. Dave Ramsey is always talking about that. Like, you have to have a sick and tired moment. I call it like a coming to Jesus moment. You have to have a point in your life where you are just tired of your current situation. It could be paycheck to paycheck. It could be robbing Peter to pay Paul. It could be always having to borrow money. It could be just never being able to do whatever you want. Like, sometimes you just want to be able to go get some crabs and not have to worry about, well, I got to get milk and eggs. I just want to go get some crabs. I just want to go get, a seafood boil. I just want to be able to do this and not have to stress about bills and things like that, or act irresponsibly and not pay your bills. And so mindset, you have to have a coming to Jesus moment. I can tell you that, again, I've talked about it on this channel before, and I've talked about it when I've been featured on other channels in terms of, sharing our story. And that's, eviction, about to be thrown out on the street with a baby. And the fact was that there was no need because we made more than enough. So this was about not being good managers of our money, and we're just constantly getting into debt. I've shared before that your girl, like me, your investie bestie, spent a lot of her money on clothes and shoes and purses. So yeah, I was dressed to the nine going out the house, but I was at the point where I wasn't going to have a place to live. How does that even look? Like, you make enough money. This is talking about me. We made enough money, have the nicest clothes, but no place to live. That's foolish, right? But again, when you're in that state, we just didn't know. We were really, how they say ignorance is bliss. That was me. Ignorance was truly bliss. And so what happened was I was running up a lot of credit card debt. And, I was thinking, well, I have my whole life. And when you're 25, 26, yeah, you think, yeah, I have 20, 30 years to really deal with this. What we don't really think about is that we have variable interest rates attached to this debt. So I was so comfortable making my $10 a month minimum payment. But every time the Fed would increase the rates, I would notice that my minimum payment would go up to like 15. I'm like, wait a minute, why is my minimum payment $15? Well, I didn't know that there was, interest rates being risen against my variable debt. So again, the credit cards and paying the minimum payments I was making, thinking I was doing something, but I kept charging the car. So I would make a payment and go out and charge it and buy something with it. Again, I thought I was taking a step forward, but I was actually taking 2-3 steps back. So I had to really stop. This is something that I also did, was get counseling, because I realized that I was compensating for something from my childhood. And that's another thing. A lot of times we are in debt. We get all this debt, especially consumer debt, like credit cards or buying a fancy car and all that, because we're trying to compensate. We're trying to feed, or comfort or soothe the inner child because of past childhood issues. And so growing up, we didn't have a lot. We didn't have a lot of money. We weren't able to go places. We weren't able to experience a lot of things, like going to, like on a trip with your class. There's like usually like $10. You can go to the zoo or something like that. Like, we couldn't even do that. I couldn't even go to camp or anything like that. And so when I came into some money, or as I thought, I would just spend it, not realizing I was trying to compensate for that. But one of the things that I learned through counseling was that you have to learn to forgive that. I can't change the past. I can't go back and do anything about it. I forgive the people and those experiences, and I'm going to move on with good habits. Otherwise, I'm just carrying that lifestyle and those curses. I'm going to put that in my children, and I don't want to do that. I have to be like the starting point, if that makes sense to you guys. I have to be like where I am, the new money habits, investing, saving, budgeting, being smart and wise with money is going to start with me. And I can put that knowledge not just to my children, but my godchildren, my nieces and my nephews, my cousins, my siblings. Talk to them about the importance of having good money habits, because when you do, it really goes farther than I think you ever would realize. I would never have thought in a million years, if you would have told me, like, Shalise, you're 30 now, but if you stay on this track, when you become 37, you're going to be a millionaire. I would tell you you're lying. Like, seriously, do you see where we are right now? How in the world? But that's the thing. When you start, you never know what could be coming down a pipeline. And because you have good habits to not go and just go out shopping because, you just want to, but really think about it, you can put that money that you'll be getting to good use. So buy a property, maybe invest and open up a Roth IRA, maybe open up an account for your children, maybe get your savings account up. I mean, like, good money habits. And another one of our debts was car loans. Okay, so my husband will tell you he's a car guy. He still is to this day. But like the rims, you got to have your windows tinted right. You go into the car wash every week, and then the car payment, guys, was insanely high because we were young. Our insurance was high as well. They don't trust young drivers. And so we were paying like almost $1,000 just with 2 cars, the payments, like with the car insurance, and then all the extra stuff that we would do to the cars. Like your car was your baby. We gave it a name and all that other type of stuff. But after a while, I was like, man, this is almost $1,000 a month in car payments, like car related stuff, like car payments, car insurance, the car wash, all this other extra stuff. Like, we don't want to have to out almost $1,000 for just cars. Again, the come to Jesus moment, like we just didn't want to do that. So once we kind of got ourselves together, like my husband still drives he has a 2009 Acura. He still drives it. My husband can go out right now and buy a car in cash, like a Tesla. He go out and buy it in cash right now. But he's working from home. The car literally, like, he just moved it last night, and it's been sitting for 2 weeks. Like, he don't move his car. We drive the minivan when we go places. I'm always driving the kids around and things like that. So the van is what moves a lot. And yeah, our van is paid off. I have a 2012 Odyssey. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, the air works, the DVD player works in the car, it's leather. We keep the car in great shape. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, why get a new car? I don't want a car payment. Do you see like the average car payments now are like $700? Like I can't believe it, but that's what it is. So talking about new car payments, then increased insurance and warranties and maintenance. I will happily drive my car until the wheels fall off. Okay. Plus, the car models that we have are good. We are big fans of foreign cars. So that's just a tidbit. If you have to get into debt for a car payment, get a good car. That is like our car loan history. But I can tell you, I still do use credit cards. So I'm not against like using certain types of debt. I did make a video talking about good debt versus bad debt. So I'm not against using debt. It's just about having the right mindset when you do. I use credit cards all the time. Like every time I shop, you're talking about like utilities, I try to put on a credit card. When I go to the grocery store, if I'm traveling, gas, I pay with the credit card. But my good money habits, what I've been able to do is pay it off every month. So paying it off every month will help our credit scores increase and keep us in good standing with the credit card company as well. So I just wanted to come on and just really do like a quick update when it comes to our debt-free journey. Being on the other side, I cannot tell you, is nothing like being debt-free. Now, when I say debt-free, again, consumer debt, we still have mortgages, but the debt that really kind of stresses you out, that's the credit card type debt. That's the debt that stresses you out. But it's nothing like it. If you are just starting on your journey, remember, it took us years. Okay. So be motivated, be encouraged. Whenever you feel like, you're ready to quit, yet you're ready to stop, go back and reflect on the progress you made. That's why I love trackers so much, visuals, because when you get in those moments where you just want to stop or you're not feeling encouraged, go back and look at your progress. Go back and see what you did in the past so that you can continue to motivate yourself to keep going forward. I still do it. I still have many of our planners from several years ago, my notes from years ago as well, just to go back and reflect. Sometimes we fail to do that, like to reflect, because I think when you are able to just sit down and reflect and think back on the progress you made, that's all the encouragement and motivation right there is your path, your progress so far. Okay. So I'm telling you, you can do it. So I hope that you like the video, guys. Leave me some comments down below. I love chatting with y'all. If you have any questions, let me know down below. If you feel like you need some one-on-one help, you're more than welcome to book a session with me. Check out my website, mt1finance.com. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, y'all already know, I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Have a good one. Bye-bye.